Hi Laurel Students, it's Ms. Bauer again. Today is still Wednesday, April 22nd. I am going to now do a Read Aloud number 8. This next Read Aloud is fiction and it is a level D book and it is meant for students who are just learning how to read. We call them emerging readers. So anyone who is learning English or as their second language, or perhaps it is someone who is younger and they're just learning how to read. And we will be focusing on the actual text features of this story and the structure. There's a lot of tricky structure in a level D book that kids need to look for if they're used to just reading level C books that are predictable. This story is called Lizard Loses His Tail. So immediately, if you are an experienced reader, you know that his refers to the lizard. His what? His tail. What happens to his tail? He loses his tail. So first I'm just going to show you the pictures. If you notice on the cover, there is something going on here with the tail. He loses his tail. So I'm just going to do something called a picture walk first. This is a story by Beverly Randall, and it's illustrated by Bruce Laughlin. So here is the first picture. And on this page, there's a word we need to know. It's called asleep. It means to be sleeping. This is our next picture. This bird is called a kingfisher. Kingfisher. Oh, the next picture is of kingfisher again. So as you're looking at the picture, start to think about what might be going on in the story. When we're reading this type of level book, the pictures help us understand the words. They give us context clues. A lot of times students who are reading at this level, they tend to only look at the first letter of words and then take a good guess about what the word is. And now at this level, you really have to start looking at the whole word, the beginning, the ending, the beginning, the middle, and the ending. A lot of kids look at the beginning. Then around level C, level D, they start to notice the ending of a word. And now we have to start looking at the beginning, the ending, and the middle, and make sure you're looking from beginning, middle to end. That's a little weird, isn't it? Okay, and another picture for you. I noticed something's going on with lizard's tail. And our last picture, kingfisher, has something in its beak, doesn't it? Okay, so now you've had a chance to do a little bit of a picture walk. The next thing I want to do is show you some tricky structure. So the syntax of this book has some places in it that are just a little tricky. So this word asleep, right here, asleep, a lot of children notice that that's a new word. The other weird thing about this book is it says asleep in the sun. Does that mean that the lizard is up in the sun taking a nap? No. It's the author's way of saying that lizard is lying in a ray of sunshine, a very warm sunny spot on the ground. Asleep in the sun. Can you say that with me? He is asleep in the sun. Asleep in the sun. The word kingfisher has 3 syllables. I'd like you to clap that word with me. Kingfisher. Kingfisher. It also has sh in the middle, fish, and then the ending is Fish is a word that has a consonant cluster in it. In level C, you've learned the word away. But this structure is tricky. Away goes lizard. Away. That means that he has left. He's gone somewhere else. He's gone away. Away goes lizard. These books that I read in level D often have that structure. Away goes something. So in another page, they're introducing a word that we've learned in mostly level C, but in level D, they're reminding us of this word safe. Safe. Safe has an A and a silent E at the end. So you sound this word out as safe. You cannot say saf because that doesn't make sense. He is saf. That doesn't sound right. Where is a word that's in a lot of our books at this level. Where. Do you know that I have friends who are my age who still don't know how to spell the word where? You have to remember that where has an H after the W. Where. One thing that I do teach children sometimes if they're having trouble, where has the word here in it. Where is Kingfisher? Kingfisher is here. Maybe that little trick can help you understand that when you're writing the word where, you have to spell it W-H-E-R-E. Okay, now I'm going to show you the words very closely because students who are reading at this level, they need to be reading the book with me. It's called Lizard Loses His Tail. Here is lizard. He is asleep in the sun. You read it. Kingfisher is in the tree. Your turn. Kingfisher is hungry. He is looking for a lizard. Your turn to read. Lizard wakes up. You read this page. Look, here comes Kingfisher. Look, here comes Kingfisher. As you read, I want you to try to read it exactly the same way I did with expression. Look, here comes Kingfisher. Your turn to read. Here comes Kingfisher. Away goes lizard. Look at lizard's tail. You read. I'm going to read this page one more time. Here comes Kingfisher. Away goes lizard. Look at lizard's tail. My thumb was covering the picture. It's really important at level D to make sure you're looking at the picture as you read. Look back and forth and make sure the words match the picture. Lizard is going home. He is safe. Where is lizard's tail? You read this page. I'm going to read this page one more time. Read it with me. Lizard is going home. He is safe. Where is Lizard's tail? In level D, we start to introduce the question mark. In your writing, you should be writing sentences that end with a question mark too. The final page. Kingfisher is eating Lizard's tail. Read that with me. Kingfisher is eating Lizard's tail. In level D, we start to introduce the ing at the end of words. This is why you need to look at the beginning, the ending, and make sure that you're paying attention to the middle. You read this page. So that's the end of our story called Lizard Loses His Tail, Level D, and these books are called PM Storybooks, and these are books that I use with my reading recovery and intervention students. Take care, Laurel students. Keep reading.